The call came in before 5 a.m. on February 25th.
Alex Fire Department, this is the call. Alexandria Fire Department. We have a fire at 508 Broadway, Charlie's Bazaar. Upstairs apartment calling and saying black smoke coming up through the floorboards. Again, 508 Broadway, Charlie's Bazaar on fire. Time of page is 4:34. Use DG
303 Douglas. Copy.
Fire crews were on the scene in short notice.
10-4-303. Not sure if the fire is upstairs or downstairs, but yeah, the whole city's full of smoke here. 303 Douglas. You can show us in row.
303.
117. I'm going to check the back door here for all the wrappers. See if I can get in.
It was later learned that the fire had originated on the north wall of wrappers and was quickly spreading. But that morning, it was all hands on deck. Multiple departments came in. And with all of the apartments above the businesses on the north side of the 500 block, there were plenty of people that needed to be evacuated.
Well, as soon as I walked out my apartment door, there was black smoke all over. I couldn't see. I could see the firefighter in front of me. That's pretty much it. Went outside and I realized, I'm like, wow, this is happening. You know, the whole black smoke everywhere. I thought it was just going to be smoke damage. And as soon, enough, there was flames on top of my building.
We got here, there was heavy fire, heavy smoke, lights up in the apartments. The first thing is life safety, so we were doing searches, getting as many people out as we could. We had aerial operations, 22 operations in the back, on the alley side. On the Broadway side, we had our aerial. And just knowing that these type of buildings with the multiple ceilings, multiple walls, the hidden voids, we were going to be here a while and needed help, so we contacted 5 outstanding departments in the county. We paged out Long Prairie for the aerial, so we had 2 aerial operations going front and back. We did get some heavy equipment from Ferguson's.
Attempts were made by many to take care of the fire victims. Meanwhile, on scene, the firefighters did all they could to keep the flames from coming back, and it proved to be a challenge throughout the morning hours.
So we're trying to be able to get the situation under control. It's kind of a chaotic control right now. We hope that there are no victims inside this building. We believe that to be the case at this time. And so we ask the public just to stay clear of the downtown area so this can be taken under control and cleaned up in the proper way and make sure that we can keep the site safe.
Well, as the fire was running through all these buildings, we did bring in a track hoe or a backhoe from a company, Ferguson's, trying to make a big trench so you could stop the fire so it wouldn't keep traveling. Our goal was to save the rest of this block, is what our goal was. Of course, trying to minimize as much damage as you can, but it was a huge amount of fire. It was unbelievable, the fire that was rolling in these buildings.
On the other side of that wall was Cowing Robards. They know how lucky they were.
We're so fortunate. If you look at what happened north of us, the fire fortunately stopped at our wall. So we realize how fortunate we are in this particular situation. And it's hard to see what's happened north. We got some smoke, but we can deal with that. That's really nothing compared to, like I say, what happened farther north.
One of the owners of those affected buildings were the Rassets. The restaurant they had owned since 1996 was gone. Cammie shared on the radio her perspective on that.
We've got no words for the people that have loved on us, that have prayed for us, that have surrounded us. I mean, our biggest gut wrench on Tuesday was not the building, not the property. It was the time when Jeff Carroll came up to me and said, Cammie, we can't get to 3 of your apartments. We don't know if those people are in there or not.
They quickly learned that all were safe. However, they were displaced, and the community clamored for ways to help. Andy Rassett opened the back door of Wrappers to a familiar sound. It's a sound that greeted customers for years. Now it's a sound insurance agents and investigators heard as they combed through the rubble, looking for clues.
Their insurance inspectors are checking everything out to make sure everything is safe. And then we just wait for demolition.
The investigation is a slow process. A little more than a month after the fire, investigators from all over the country and from many different agencies descended on the ruins, trying to find answers.
The the hard part, the emotional part about this is we're either friends or we're neighbors, literally, or we go to church with these people or have gone to church with them or done business with them. I know them all, every one of them, and it's hard. It's hard to see them go through this loss.
Once they had secured a lot of the evidence and shipped it off to their lab, the job of taking down the structures and removing tons of debris began. After dozens of truckloads hauled the rubble away, all that was left in its place is an empty lot, a clean slate. On this anniversary of the downtown fire, we think what a difference a day makes, from February 24th, 2020 to the day after when all of this was on fire. And now, a year later, we look to the future and wonder, what's next? Still remains to be seen. In Alexandria, for the Voice of Alexandria, I'm Joe Korkowski.